Okay, the next category is best production. So this is where we analyze the engineering, mixing, and mastering, including whether the sound captured the intended atmosphere or pushes sonic boundaries. I'm going to the Eat 'em and Smile again, not because it's something super special production-wise, but Ted Templeman, he's great and it sounds great. My problem is 5150. Eddie's tone is so different to me than the previous Van Halen albums. The keyboards are way too predominant for me. You got Eddie in the band and it feels like the most predominant instrument is keyboards. I hate the fucking drum sound. Those Simmons drums do not age well for me, even though I know he used them on 84, but they just seem a little cheesier on this one. Here's the deal. That raw power, that raw Van Halen sound was fucking gone for me. This album sounds more dated to me than Eat 'em does to my ears. That's my story. So I'm going Diamond Dave again. Okay, Danny, who do you got for best production?
I went with Eat 'em and Smile too. Not because the production on 5150 is really lacking in any sense, but for me, it's the sound. It sounds way more compressed to me.
Right.
I find the sound of Eat 'em and Smile is a little bit more open. And I prefer the drum sound on Eat 'em and Smile too. So I think they tried to copy Alex Van Halen's snare drum sound on this album too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Right off the bat, I'm listening to the snare and I'm like, they're trying to recreate Alex Van Halen's drum tone there for sure.
Well, it is Ted Templeman. I mean, he should know how to get it.
So,
right.
Yeah, I got to go with DLR on this one.
Right on. Okay, Miles.
I do think this story of Ted Templeman, who had done all the previous Van Halen albums, decides to go the DLR route as opposed to stick with Van Halen. Van Halen goes with Foreigner's Mick Jones and Don Landy. And Ted had that relationship with Sammy. He had worked with him on solo stuff. So there was that relationship there. So it was really interesting that Van Halen decided to go a different route. I think this was more an EVH produced album than anything else, really.
Yeah, Don and Eddie were tight like for a long time. They did a lot of stuff together with nobody else there. Ted wasn't even there.
That's right. You got to wonder how much input Mick Jones had.
Well, I think you do get that Foreigner sound, that Foreigner feel, that thickening of the Van Halen sound. It sounds more polished. It sounds bigger. It sounds...
more keyboards.
I hate to say it. Yes, there is. Yeah. There's more there. Is that a positive? I'm still struggling on it.